Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun in the solar system. Cydonia is a region on the planet Mars and has attracted both scientific and popular interest. Cydonia contains the Face on Mars feature, located about halfway between Arandas crater and Bamberg crater. The ESA Skull Formation is a few kilometers south of the face, small part of the Cydonia region, taken by the Viking 1 orbiter. The first photo of the Face on Mars was taken on July 25, 1976. In one of the images taken by Viking 1 on July 25, 1976, a 2 kilometers (1.2 miles) long Cydonian mesa, situated at 40.75 north latitude and 9.46 west longitude, had the appearance of a humanoid face on Mars. When the image was originally acquired, Viking chief scientist Jerry Soffen dismissed the face in image 35A72 as a trick of light and shadow.
I did not think that it was really there because it looked too perfect like a face. I went to the National Space Science Data Center, and after doing a search, I found the picture right there in front of me and labeled head, and it was the picture of the face in Cydonia. So there was no mistaking that NASA had identified this picture as resembling the human form of a face.
Using a sophisticated computer technique to analyze the photographs, DePietro and his partner Gregory Molinar put the face under minute scrutiny.
After doing our enhancing techniques, we were able to bring out details that were much greater than the raw pictures that we had. Within the eye cavity of the feature, there appeared to be what looks like an eyeball.
Geologist Michael Carr, the leader of the Viking orbiter photographic team, believes that the face is merely an accident of nature.
I have found other pictures that look like other natural or unnatural things. There's a particularly amusing one of Kermit the Frog. It just looks like Kermit the Frog. And I can't myself place any scientific value to that any more than I can the face on Mars. It's just one of those oddities of nature, just as you see clouds assume certain shapes, Spanish galleons and so forth.
Interestingly, DePietro and Molinar found a second photograph, taken at a different time, which seemed to verify that the face looked exactly the same regardless of the light or the camera angle.
After searching the files, we found that there was a picture made 35 days later, and not only did it confirm that the object was still there, but there was more detail to be seen.
I was very impressed because they had gone to the trouble of finding 2 photographs of the face, not just one. And I remember particularly being impressed by the fact that they appeared to have found what looked like an eyeball. You can see a dark depression in the middle of the eye socket on both pictures, clearly visible. And I remember thinking, well, if one finds something that looks like a carved face and one finds what looks like pyramids, then someone should look into it further.
Another computer scientist working independently used a different technique of photographic enhancement based on shadow depth. He found a detail in his copy of the Viking photos that the others had missed. Teeth. In addition to finding details on the first face, DePietro and Molinar also found another face-like formation on Mars, thousands of miles away from the first face on the other side of the planet. His measurements were extremely similar to the Cydonia face.
Well, I just think it's a natural oddity. It's probably a combination of geologic factors. Mars is such an exciting place. It has so many really intriguing science problems. It's frustrating to see people focusing on this one peculiar rock on the whole planet.
I believe that we have raised an issue and that the scientific community should be compelled to look at this thing and say it is or it is not. We're merely saying, take a look at it. It certainly warrants investigation.
What do you think? Fact or faked?